Parc Ferme and unusual, laughable finds are not an uncommon pair in Formula One, and at the Spanish Grand Prix, this point was proven not once, but twice. If you think Max Verstappen's Mercedes rear wing incident in Brazil last year was weird, wait till you hear about the two extraordinary tales that unfolded at last week's Spanish Grand Prix. Welcome back to Formula One Rush, your regular rush of news in the Formula One world, and in this video, we'll be talking about the FIA rule breaches that were committed at the Spanish race weekend, involving Mercedes and Guenther Steiner. Get ready to dive deep into the highly unusual fines, reprimands, and heated exchanges that left us all laughing. First up, Mercedes Parc Ferme breach. Let's kick things off with the unexpected plot twist involving Mercedes at the Spanish Grand Prix. Picture this: the race concludes, champagne is sprayed, and the energy is electric. But hold on, we have a detour to the steward's office. Why, you ask? Well, it appears that Mercedes found themselves in hot water for a breach of Parc Ferme instructions. Parc Ferme is the secure area at a Formula One circuit where the cars are driven back to post-race, and there are rules that go with it. However, it seems that amidst the podium excitement, the physiotherapists of Lewis Hamilton and George Russell went off-script. Perhaps they mistook the Parc Ferme area for a fitness boot camp or a dance floor. Their exuberance led to a violation of Article 12.2.1i of the International Sporting Code, which emphasizes following officials' instructions for a safe and orderly event. Mercedes were guilty of failure to follow the instructions of the relevant officials for the safe and orderly conduct of the event. The stewards received a report from the media delegate, which was subsequently confirmed by video evidence that the physios/driver's assistants of cars 44 and 63 entered Parc Ferme in violation of the post-race interview and podium ceremony procedure that was published prior to the race for the orderly conduct of the event, read the statement. Article 9.15.1 of the FIA International Sporting Code places the responsibility for the actions on the part of any person providing a service on the competitor to whom the service is provided. With their finesse for pushing boundaries, the physiotherapists unintentionally landed Mercedes in trouble. As a consequence, the team received a hefty €10,000 fine from the stewards. Ouch. That's a costly celebration. One can only imagine the conversations exchanged between the team representative and the physiotherapists as they faced the stern gaze of the officials. Did they attempt to negotiate their way out with some impressive yoga moves or offer soothing massages as a peace offering? Guenther Steiner is a man who never shies away from expressing his views. It looks like Mercedes' breach was not the only unusual summon of the weekend, with Haas team boss Guenther Steiner being called up for inflammatory comments he made during a press session on Friday. Steiner was given an official reprimand for the comments in which he had taken aim at the actions of the stewards at last weekend's Monaco Grand Prix. He set the stage ablaze during a press conference at the Spanish Grand Prix. His words ignited controversy and sent shockwaves through the paddock. During the press session, Steiner unleashed a fiery tirade, taking aim at the stewards' decision-making process. In his impassioned speech, he criticized the lack of consistency and professionalism in their rulings. Comparing F1 to other sports, Steiner pointed out the presence of professional referees in American racing series like NASCAR and IndyCar, questioning why a similar approach couldn't be adopted in Formula One. Steiner had lashed out at how the stewards apply punishments, following Nico Hülkenberg being given a 5-second time penalty last weekend in Monaco. The German driver had been found to have caused a collision on the first lap of the race while overtaking Logan Sargent at Mirabeau. While first lap incidents are usually overlooked, the stewards instead chose to give Hülkenberg a penalty, this being despite the drivers making the corner and no clear footage of actual contact between the cars. We need a different system for stewards, Steiner said on Friday, because every professional sport has professionals being referees and stuff like this. F1 is one of the biggest sports in the world, and we still have laymen deciding on the fate of people who invest millions into their career. And it's always a discussion because there's no consistency. And again, I don't want to blame any particular person on this, but if you're not all there all the time, it's just like a job. It's not even a job. In a job, you can get sacked because you get paid, and if you do a bad job, you get sacked. You cannot get sacked because you don't get paid. I think we need to step it up. I think that's now time. We're discussing this for years, and we always go back to this. And every other sport has professional referees. American racing, NASCAR, IndyCar. How many times do you hear problems with the stewards or with the race director's decision? Very rarely. Very rarely. The stewards were quick to respond to Steiner's verbal assault. They cited a breach of Article 12.2.1.k of the International Sporting Code, which forbids language that could be deemed offensive, humiliating, or inappropriate. Steiner's choice choice of words raised eyebrows and left many wondering what he had done to have crossed the line. According to the FIA verdict, Steiner's use of the word layman and his reference to other sports using professional personnel were received as having caused offence not only to the stewards in Monaco, but also to other FIA personnel and other motorsport volunteers. The situation took an intriguing turn when Steiner faced not one, but 2 additional alleged breaches. However, the stewards decided against taking further action on those counts. The stewards called Steiner for a hearing ahead of qualifying on Saturday. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. One of the stewards, Felix Holter, found himself in a potential conflict of interest. Having served as a steward at the Monaco Grand Prix, Holter recused himself from the hearing to ensure impartiality. Matthew Selly stepped in as a replacement, ensuring a fair and unbiased process. After careful deliberation, the FIA stewards delivered their verdict. Steiner was issued a reprimand for causing offence with his comments. The FIA acknowledged Steiner's explanation that his remarks were not intended to be disrespectful and accepted his apology for any hurt caused. In an amusing twist, the stewards even acknowledged that Steiner could have used far stronger language if his intention was to insult or offend. Well, at least his fiery words sparked some self-awareness and reflection. In the aftermath of the storm, the air cleared and apologies were offered. Guenther Steiner took the opportunity to publicly express his regret and disappointment over the steward's decision at the Monaco Grand Prix. He clarified that while he disagreed with the ruling, his intention was not to offend anyone. Steiner emphasized that his choice of words might have been misinterpreted or misunderstood. He also explained that his use of the word layman was meant to refer to people who work occasionally and was not intended to refer to a lack of qualifications or specialization, with the team boss also apologizing unprompted for having caused any hurt. I explained to the stewards that I had not intended to offend anyone and that my use of certain words could have been open to misinterpretation or misunderstood by some people. I told the stewards that I apologized if my statements were misunderstood or caused hurt to anyone, as that was not my intention. I repeat that apology here. The FIA stewards appreciated Steiner's willingness to engage in a constructive dialogue and accepted his apology, resulting in no action being taken. This episode serves as a reminder that in the heat of the moment, emotions can get the better of us. It's crucial to maintain respect and professionalism, even when disagreements arise. After all, Formula One is not only a sport of speed and skill, but also a platform where individuals must navigate the delicate balance between passion and diplomacy. Indeed, we did witness the drama and laughs at the Spanish Grand Prix, from Mercedes' Parc Ferme breach and subsequent fine to Guenther Steiner's outburst and reprimand. The drama did not let us down. Guenther Steiner never ceases to amaze us with his takes. In this tale, we witness the consequences of deviating from protocol and the power of words to ignite controversy. It serves as a reminder that in the intense world of F1, even the smallest misstep or ill-advised comment can have significant repercussions, especially at 350 km an hour. Should Steiner have been punished for his words? What do you think of Parc Ferme rules? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the latest news and analysis in the world of Formula One.